Now we can have a disagreements on, you know, policies and political stuff and this, but at the end of the day, you are black and you are beautiful, and we need to make sure that we speak to every other black person that we come into contact with that same love and that same grace. This one right here is going to be very personal. Okay, this one right here, listen, I need you guys to just get out of the comment section till you listen to this whole video. Okay, I need to apologize. Okay, and I truly mean this. I truly mean this from the bottom of my heart. I truly apologize to Candace Owens. Okay, it was a video she did a couple weeks ago when she was reviewing other reviewers of her The Biggest Lie Ever Sold or something like that. And I did a video on it, and I talked about it a little bit and then kind of glossed over it because, you know, I had other things to talk about. But what she said never left my mind, okay? Usually when something is in the back of my head, it's just like constantly reminding me it's something important, okay? And I was thinking about it today. I wasn't even going to even talk about this until like an hour before I started recording. And I figure it needs to be addressed, okay? I need to apologize to Candace Owens because it is our fault, okay? And when I say our fault, I'm saying black people's fault. Maybe not the people, you know, like you and I who never met Candace Owens. I'm talking about her upbringing, her interactions with other black people throughout her life. It is our fault that she is the way that she is. I say about 78% of it. Now, could she still just be a selfish grifter who just says anything and do anything just for the money bag? Probably so. But what she said, and I'm about to show you guys, let me in on a little backstory, which I think is an important topic for black folks, and not even just black people. Like, this is really everybody, but particularly black people when it comes to this. So let's go ahead and take a listen.
I think I have endured the most abuse I've ever endured in my entire life in the past week. I don't know. Everyone's just attacking me from every angle. There's just fake articles being planted, every left, right, and center. I've never been under more media attacks than I have in the last week. And of course, it's because I dropped the BLM doc. And how dare you step on our toes, Candace? All
right, right here.
There's some love here, but I do have to comment back on this. Essentially, your point is that I'm not ghetto enough to engage in this documentary. This is a critique I get all the time. Like, Candace speaks proper English, and so people are not going to be able to connect with her. What did you want me to? This is how I dress. This is actually how I don't have a stylist. This is legitimately how I dress. So you want me to pretend to be someone I'm not? What? Throw on some fresh Air Force Ones, some old school FUBU, put big hoops that have my name in the middle, and say yo, yo, yo at the gate. It's not who I am,
yo,
right?
Yo, yo.
I made a documentary to expose the truth.
Okay. Now, if you didn't catch that, that is the main part. Now, it feels what she's talking about is coming from a deeper place than just what she's talking about, okay? Like, she went into really detail, like, you know, what do you want me to do? Wear some pumps, wear some FUBU, wear the earrings with my name in the middle, and come out the gate saying yo, yo. Like, that was really descriptive, okay? That lets me know that came from a deeper place, okay? Now, my issue, and this is where I apologize, black people are not all the same, okay? And I was having this conversation with one of the homies at work, and this is what kind of like sparked this kind of thinking and trying to figure out exactly what's going on. But a lot of people, especially black folks, I'm talking to black folks right here, okay? Listen up. I need you to listen. we are quick to clown, we're quick to attack, we're quick to discount people, black people, other black people who look like us, who's darker than me. We're quick to attack them if they're well spoken, if they're well dressed, if they're, into other music except for rap music and R&B, if they think differently, if they live differently, if they eat differently. We have this thing where we will say, you're not black. You're not black enough, or you act white. You're acting white. You know what I'm saying? And I had never really been called that, but I mean, I've heard, I've seen, I even had conversations regarding that. And it feels like Candace Owens has probably had that kind of experience. And I didn't even think about this until now. One thing that we need to understand is that, one, with the rocking the FUBU, with the hoops, with the name in the middle, rocking fresh Air Force Ones, that's our culture. That's one thing that makes us stand out. That's one thing that makes black people across the world essentially stars. You know what I'm saying? I heard stories when black people would go to Tokyo or some foreign country, and just them being from America and African American, they will just treat them like, like you're essentially a star. You know what I'm saying? Because there's not a lot of black people out there in the world. But we have to understand, one, our language, our slang, the way that we talk, the way that we dress, the way that we move with such grace and just finesse, that's our culture. One thing. So it's not a bad thing if you dress a little differently, rocking FUBU. That's not a bad thing. Okay, I don't like how Candace portrayed that as a bad thing. I can connect with someone who's dressed up like that. You know what I'm saying? It is a different kind of connection that you do have when someone's dressing and talking the way that you do. So let's, move that aside. But one thing we can't do is shame those brothers and sisters who do the opposite. If a young man listens to rock music and country music, do not tell that person, oh, that's white people's music, or oh, you're not black enough. If they dress differently, if they speak like they're white, which I don't understand, talking correctly, talking with correct grammar, which is something that I probably don't do, but that doesn't make them any less black than me. And if anything, I wouldn't want all black people to champion bad language, bad grammar. As black people, we can and we should do better. Now, like I say, I understand the slang, I understand the different way of talking. But if you want to say talking ignorant is our culture, I can't agree with you on that. To me, that just sounds ignorant. Saying no, talking ignorant is how black people talk. And if you talk correctly, you're not black. Bro, that's weird. If dressing with your pants sagging behind you, below your butt crack, and all you can see is if I can see what kind of underwear you're wearing, and you want to say that that's a black thing, and if I wear my pants actually on my waist with a dress shirt tucked in, and you want to say that I'm not black enough because of that, that's ignorant on every single level. I don't want to champion that as black people. We can do better. We can dress better. That's not even a conversation. So what we need to make sure we do is not attack other people, other black folks who speak, think differently, and act differently than the next black person. Or you know what's going to happen? Do you know what's going to happen? we're going to create another one of these right here. We're going to create another Candace Owens, okay? Because to me, in my opinion, Candace Owens hates that part of herself. And it could be, self-hate, which is a thing. And it could be the hate that other people had put onto her. And that's why I'm making this video. We as Black people need to understand that we are different. We are not the same. We are not a monolithic group. We are differently. We have different personalities. There's well-educated, proper speaking Black people, and we got the nitty-gritty slang speaking, sagging type of Black people too, and everything in between. But we're all Black, and we're all gonna be treated as Black at the end of the day, and that's what we need to understand. So I apologize, Candace Owens. I know some of it's not your fault. I know some of it is just in your blood. You're a grifter at heart. You just want to make that money. So you're going to say and do whatever you can to get that money. That's your fault. But everything else, I think it kind of led up to that. I think if Black people loved you and embraced you for your proper speaking, your fancy dressing, you know what I'm saying? Then maybe it'd be a different Candace Owens that we're talking about. Maybe this Candace Owens would actually be for the people, and actually, instead of projecting what's wrong with Black people, she would actually have common sense solutions for Black people, and not just using statistics to make a mockery of Black people. So I apologize, Candace Owens. I mean, I'm still gonna come after you if you're saying something crazy, but I'm going to have a different perspective and understanding of who you are. You are Black and you are beautiful. And at the end of the day, you're on our side if you like it or not. Now we can have a disagreements on, policies and political stuff and this, but at the end of the day, you are Black and you are beautiful. And we need to make sure that we speak to every other Black person that we come into contact with that same love and that same grace. Because at the end of the day, we need everybody for change. That easy.